All right, today we are checking out the new game mode update on the Clash Royale page. I've only watched a little bit of the video because I wanted to do more of a blind reaction. But they are adding a new game mode and they're reworking Trophy Road, and obviously I think the new card has been known for a little while now. But there's a lot of stuff in here for a 5-minute video, and I got like halfway through and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to hit record because this is insane. And you're gonna see what I mean when we get into it. So I'm just gonna hit play and I'm gonna show you the first thing that they're gonna talk about.
This update introduces a brand new game mode,
Clash Royale Merge Tactics. It's a fast.
So they're adding a new game mode, and as you can see from these pictures, it looks nothing like the actual game, like at all, which I think is a bold choice. It looks like a completely separate game, but you can also see here that like it looks kind of familiar. A bunch of tiles, a bunch of troops on the battlefield with star counts on them.
Strategic battle mode where you summon, merge, and upgrade troops to outlast your opponents.
We're also reworking Trophy.
It's basically just Clash Mini, at least from what I'm seeing. I mean, it is very possible that is like not actually what it's gonna be fully like. It could be very different in the final game. But from that clip just there, it looks identical to Clash Mini, just with different models, and they're putting it inside Clash Royale. Which maybe they're just trying to repurpose a failed game, but and packaging as content. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this yet. I think I'll have to play it to like judge whether this was worth putting in an update or not. But it literally just looks like they took Clash Mini and made it something else. Like they just repurposed it.
Road and Path of Legends.
And dropping a brand new legendary card like nothing you've ever seen before.
And a new evolution.
Okay, that is interesting right there. So the new legendary card I think looks kind of cool. It's an air troop, so I really don't know what it's gonna do. Like I'm trying to look from these clips here. Like
last your opponents.
We're also reworking Trophy Road and Path.
I don't know. Like I can't see anything that. Ignore that. That is not helpful at all. It's just lagging now. I can't see anything that's that interesting about it. But I think it was 5 elixir. It's a legendary flying card. It better be good because I mean they haven't dropped a card like a legendary card in forever, so it's probably going to be something cool. But I can't really tell from this what it is. But I did notice that I'm trying to see if I can find it. Right, it was right before this. It's when they said the new evolution.
Legendary card like nothing you've ever seen before.
And
it's lagging on me. Oh my gosh, I should get better Wi-Fi.
New evolution.
That right there. Okay, it's gone. I'm pretty sure the next evolution is Evolution Skeleton Barrel, which is very interesting. I think a lot of people thought it would be from the teaser photos they did because it looked like it had skeleton feet and there was a barrel. But yeah, Evolution Skeleton Barrel. I think that's a good choice because Evolution Skeleton Barrel is just kind of a meh card, and I think it'll be nice to have like actual uses for it now. But I'm curious to see what they do with that. Some people were saying it might drop Evolution Skeletons. I don't know if that's what it is. I think from this clip you can see that it doesn't. Again, it's lagging too much for me to tell. Maybe you can go check. I don't know. It's not my job.
We've reworked both Trophy Road and Path of Legends, and Path of Legends is now called Ranked.
Okay, here's another thing that's very interesting. They're changing the way Trophy Road and Path of Legends works. And the first time watching this, I got really confused. I'm gonna try to understand it this time. But they're changing Path of Legends to Ranked, but they're also changing the way you get access to Ranked. I'll just play the clip.
There's a new arena at 9,000 trophies called Valhalla. And if you were paying close attention, you might have already spotted.
This is just the Trophy Road changes. I think this is kind of cool. I don't know. Adding more levels to trophies is always... It creates more progression. I mean, it's something to do. Like, for the professional players, it doesn't really affect anything. For the casual players, it gives them a goal. Later in this, they also talk about adding new badges and achievement stuff, which I also think is a good thing. Because, like, at least back when I was playing this game a lot more casually, that was what I would do. I would get badges and achievements and stuff, and I'd try to unlock different things. And I think that's, like, the appeal for a lot more casual players. So I think that's good. I personally think adding more trophies to Trophy Road is a good thing. And like having new arenas. I think that's all positive. So I'm happy with that.
did sneak into the game earlier this month.
With this, Legendary Arena now moves up to 9,500 trophies, and we're extending Trophy Road to 10,000 trophies.
So this is the part where I start getting confused, because they Legendary Arena, the final arena in Trophy Road is 9,500, but they're moving Trophy Road to 10,000 trophies. And I'm just confused what that means. I'm gonna keep watching it, and maybe I'll start to understand, but I really don't know what they're talking about.
Around 5,000 to 8,000 trophies, and matchmaking starts to get a bit tougher there. By extending Trophy Road to 10,000 trophies, we're giving stronger players room to dominate, more epic battles, and more chances to prove what they're made of.
Once you hit 10K, you'll unlock brand new seasonal arenas where the real climb begins. Seasonal arenas will have rewards for...
Okay, I think I get it. I think what it is that Legendary Arena is still at 10,000 trophies, but what it is that they're also, or 9,500 trophies, but after that you can get up to Legendary Arenas to then start getting these are at the 10,000 trophy point. I think is what they're saying. And each season they change. So I'm assuming it resets down and then you climb up again each season. That's what my guess is. I think that's what it is.
climbing, make it far enough and you'll have a chance to earn a seasonal badge. Reach the top and it...
Again, badges, I always think that's good. Just giving people even if it's not a super tangible, because Supercell doesn't like to give us actual rewards like cards and gold and gems and stuff, but they I'm happy honestly that they're giving us anything for our achievements, because that gives you a reason to want to do something, even if it's something small. People like that. People played Fortnite for 5 years just because they got skins when they beat the battle pass. Cosmetic stuff is cool, and I approve of this. I think this is a good ad. It doesn't change the game in any way, which I think Supercell tries to do a lot more than they should, but it adds something for people to do and to work towards and look forward to. So I like them.
It upgrades to flex even harder.
Finish the last seasonal arena and you'll unlock access to ranked until the season is over. You can also...
Okay, this is where another part where I start getting confused. So ranked is now Path of Legends is now ranked, but you don't get access to ranked unless you get to the top and get the golden ticket. You don't get to the top of Path of Legends or whatever it was. But then we'll play this, but then he starts saying that you can still play it to get into ranked.
Also get instant access to ranked in July by reaching Master 1 in ranked during the June season.
In future seasons, unlocking ranked will require reaching champion, but the early leagues will be shorter, making the climb faster if you got what it takes.
So you can get ranked if you climb Path of Legends, but Path of Legends is ranked, but you could also get ranked if you climb Trophy Road. Do you see where I'm confused and why I don't understand what's happening? I think what they're trying to say is that ranked is once you get to Ultimate Champion and then you start getting the medallion things. I think that's what they're considering ranked, and I think they're saying you can unlock that by reaching these milestones. I can't tell if they're saying you get it forever, you just automatically are basically at Ultimate Champion forever, or you have to do this each season. If you do this each season, that'd be kind of annoying. I hope that's not what they mean, but that's what I'm getting from this, that it means either that or that, one of those two things.
This way, Trophy Road stays rewarding for most players, while ranked becomes a true competitive grind.
If you want to play ranked next season, better start pushing now.
So Donald,
yeah, I think it is seasonal, because they're telling us to start pushing now so we can get, or maybe they mean that when the next season starts, they think we should already have enough trophies to get,
we're introducing a new rarity system.
That means clearer categories, better hierarchy, and honestly, they just look way cooler now.
Seasonal and yearly
I like this. This is fun. It doesn't hurt anyone. This is fun. I like this.
I'd say goodbye to the events tab.
And hello to a new way to jump into events and challenges.
We've moved all events and challenges into the game mode switcher, so everything's easier to access from one place.
We'll be trying out different game modes to...
I'm not sure if this is a good thing or not. Because having a whole tab dedicated to events and stuff, it does... I think what they were doing with adding like the new trophy roads and stuff to this, and adding the new game modes to this. They did merge them already. Like they already started merging like 2v2s into here and stuff. Or what was it? Or I guess I don't remember. They started merging game modes into this a while back. I appreciate that they're trying to make it more streamlined, because I think having it in a different tab, I think people sometimes don't notice them. But I feel like this is going to get really cluttered. But I don't know. I'm excited to see if maybe it'll catch my eye more. Maybe I'll play more events once this gets implemented, because I don't play a lot of events now. Maybe if they're right there, I'll start playing them. So I don't think this is like good or bad. I think this is just like quality of life change that may or may not improve quality of life. You know what I mean?
Only one way to find out.
That's the new game mode.
Fan?
I was just waiting for some.
I don't understand why they did this. This is where I stopped watching, because I was just like, why? I don't know. Sometimes the Supercell team, I don't understand the jokes. I appreciate that they're trying to be funny. I don't get it. I hope people do. I hope people like them, because I just don't understand what that was. He just turned into another guy.
Someone to switch.
All right, so what is merge tactics?
The first turn-based game mode in Clash Royale. It is an unusual combination of ruthless battle royale survival and casual merge mechanics. Yes, you heard it correctly. Summon two of the same troops and merge into a stronger one.
So
it's just Clash Mini. That's exactly what you do in Clash Mini. I mean, I didn't play Clash Mini after like the beta was closed, and they started like released the full game. So maybe it's slightly different, but like from what I played of Clash Mini, that is exactly what it was. That is exactly what Clash Mini was. You'd play a card on top of another card, and it would level it up, and you'd place them tactically, and it'd be turn-based. I don't know.
All about managing elixir, building smart combos, and keeping your board under control.
Before the match, you pick a ruler. They don't fight, but they provide powerful bonuses for your players to build stronger teams that fight even harder.
That was also a thing in Clash Mini. Can you tell I'm nervous about this?
Then there are traits, special match modifiers that change every game. Some speed up upgrades, others power up specific troops. Every match, you'll build a different team to fight for you, so your strategy keeps evolving.
Merge tactics is one of.
Okay, it's lagging, but I'm just going to take that second to point out that it is interesting. It looks like so you have your cards at the bottom of the ones you can play, like in Clash Mini, but it looks like you also have like a docket. Like it looks like you can put them on like a little like board at the bottom, maybe hold them in place like temporarily, so you can. But I don't know why. Maybe that's just where they reset to. Yeah, maybe that's just where they reset to if you haven't like sold them, but they just like aren't on the board. Yeah, this just feels like Clash Mini, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Of the attempts of bringing new experience in Royale. We can't make these attempts successful without your feedback. So give it a try and tell us how you feel. And if it's not your thing,
I feel scammed. I feel manipulated. It also feels like weird, like visually, like the visual identity of Clash Royale and all the Supercell games, to be completely honest, is very unique. They have very unique style for each of their games. They have like similarities across the board. But at the end of the day, they all have very unique visual identities. And seeing character models like this that fits in like none of the Supercell games inside of Clash Royale just feels really weird. Like they look so lifeless. I don't know if I can reverse back to like, I don't know, they look just weird, man. They look too smooth. Is that what it is? They look smooth. I don't know. It kind of freaks me out. This whole thing is kind of freaking me out.
no worries. We've got more coming your way.
Thanks, fam. I'll see you in the arena.
Whoa, what the That was wild. Where were you?
Did they just swear and then censor it? That's not even clever, guys. You couldn't have done like a what the heck or a what the hey. I feel like if they played into the corniness, whatever. That's not even relevant. I'm gonna shut up. I'm the peanut gallery over here.
Can I try it?
Maybe next time.
All right, this July season, there's a new evolution.
Thought one skeleton barrel was annoying enough? Now it drops 2.
When it takes
Okay. You know what? Actually. Wait, okay, I'll let it finish.
damage, it drops the first barrel and keeps chugging along with the second.
That means double the impact and double the skeletons.
Perfect to overwhelm distracted defenses or take down a tower before they know what hit them. Last but definitely not.
I actually think that's kind of cool. That doesn't seem super powerful like some of the other evolutions that have been dropped recently, like the Witch, for example, which is broken. It seems pretty tame. Like, sure, that's a lot of skeletons, but like one log would take it out. Do they drop like one after the other? Do they drop at the same time?
It drops 2.
When it
That's not a
takes
good
damage,
example.
it drops the first barrel and keeps chugging along.
Okay, yeah. If they hit, they fall, and I think that's also good. That'll make it better on defense too, because I remember I used to play a lot of skeleton barrel, and I used it on defense a lot of the time. Like it was like half the time, most of the time, honestly, I was using it as a defensive card. So them dropping intermittently would also be really helpful on defense, which I think is cool.
That means double the impact and double the.
Okay, I'm not seeing any of these clips whether they drop at the same time or not, because they're just like the health is just dropping. I guess it depends. It depends if the princess does enough damage. Like I think the other towers would do enough damage for it to drop before like they both reach the tower, but I don't know if the princess would do enough damage to get it to half health or get it to the bar before it'll drop. That'll be interesting to test once it comes out.
Skeletons.
Perfect to overwhelm distracted defenses or take down a tower.
That's so annoying. The exact thing I wanted to see, they cut away right before it did it. That's so frustrating. I was like, oh, it's gonna connect to tower without having taken any damage. I'll see if it drops at the same time or not. Then they cut away.
Before they know what hit
I swear they're doing this on purpose to torture me.
them. Last but definitely not least, a brand new legendary card lands in the arena.
She's a 6 elixir legendary card, but for the first time.
6 elixir. Damn. Okay. I mean, it looks beefy. It looks slow too, so that makes sense. Probably has a lot of health
In
then.
Clash Royale history, you'll get 2 cards in 1.
So, if you have less than 6
What? What?
elixir, you can play her as a 3 elixir melee troop with strong single target damage, making her great for defense in a pinch.
Oh.
But if you wait until you have 6 elixir, she charges in on a dragon flying above and dealing heavy damage from the sky.
Okay, that's very interesting. Depending on how tanky it is, that might be very strong. That might replace Knight in some decks. It probably has less health than Knight and probably does less damage because it would be, I feel like it'd be super imbalanced if it did. Like it would literally just replace Knight if it was better than that. I mean, it does kind of suck that you can't just choose to play the 3 elixir card if that's what you wanted to play. Like if it's at, I don't think I'm gonna like this card. I think it's a cool idea, but I think like when it comes to like the flow of the game and like actually consistent usage, not being able to decide which card you're placing kind of sucks. Like sure, if you have like a fast cycle deck, you could just place down a bunch of cards until like, but then you're just wasting elixir, you know? Yeah, because like what if you need to defend like a Mega Knight or something? You're not going to play an Air Troop because then the Mega Knight's going to connect to your tower. I don't know. All right, I think that's everything. Okay, that's a lot. Yeah, is there anything else after that? Yeah, wow. They're adding so much. Some of it is pretty good, to be honest. Like Trophy Road, I'm happy with. The badges, I'm happy with. The game mode thing, like moving them into the little sidebar, I'm not upset about. Like I think that's fine. I think it'll make more people want to destroy you. I don't know if you can see my hand here. I'm counting. I think that was gonna be fine. I think it'll encourage more people to play events, which will be fun. I think it'll be nice to have more people playing events. The 2 things I'm worried about is I mean, I guess you don't have to play the new game mode because the new game mode literally just looks like Clash Mini, and I'm kind of just, I don't know. It just again the visuals feel weird. The concept of the game is just literally Clash Mini. I don't know. I just don't see myself playing that. And maybe there's a market out there for that. Maybe the people who love Clash Mini and who want to play Clash Mini but only have to download one app. But it's going to take up storage on my device, which is upsetting to me. But like, I don't know. I guess maybe there's a market out there. I guess it's not hurting anything. It's not like they're adding a level 17 or something to the game. So I guess I can't complain too much. It just feels weird. And the new legendary card, I think it's going to be really broken. I think it's going to be like Goblin Machine. I think it's going to be really broken right off the bat because the stats are going to be dumb. But I actually think the functionality of the card is not going to be very good. And I think it'll be interesting, and I think it'll be like maybe fun to play as in some gimmicky decks. But I think when it comes to actual consistent usage, I don't think it's going to get a lot, especially in pro players, because just the lack of flexibility in choosing which one it is going to be really problematic. I think long term, once it finally gets its nerfs after however many times, because that's what Supercell always does. They send out an evolution or a new card, it's really busted, and then they eventually nerf it. That's because so everyone will buy it. And whatever, I don't care. This is their pay cycle. I don't mind. I don't pay for things in this game, so it doesn't affect me. But like, I just don't think this card is gonna be, like, I don't think it's gonna be very good. I don't know. Right, the Skeleton Barrel, Evolution Skeleton Barrel. I'm excited about. I think that's gonna be a good addition. I think it'll make Skeleton Barrel like useful enough that you might see it in a few more decks, but not like overpowered to the point where it takes over the game, which I think is good. I'm happy with that, and I think honestly I might start using it if I for some reason get the Evolution Skeleton Barrel, because I used to play a Skeleton Barrel in a lot of decks, and it's fun on I think it'll add defensive value and it'll add some minor offensive value, like not a ton, because again you can just log or zap it away, but like on defense that'll be really helpful, so being able to stagger out the swarm cards. I'm trying to think of what's a good example of it. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like just having two skeleton armies for the price of one. I mean, that does require the enemy to have air attacking troops in the push, but I think it'll be cool. I'm happy about that. Overall, I think it was a positive update. I think it's overall pretty cool. I think it's just those two things, the legendary card, which again I don't think it's gonna affect the game in any negative way. I just don't think it's going to be very practical of a card, but I think it'll be fun. It looks like a fun card, and it has a dragon, which is... We can't have enough dragons in Clash Royale. I love dragons. And yeah, again, the Clash Mini thing, it's just a little weird, but I mean, it's not offensive in any way. Yeah, that's it for today. That's all I have to say, really. That's it. Okay, bye.